Hello everybody! Welcome back to another video. Today, it may not seem like it, but we are ranking Phase 5 of the MCU after, God, so long. We are finally doing it. Also, you might be wondering why we're in the Final Sonic's 3 background. Well, because, I don't know, I just like the music in this custom night menu. I don't know, it just gets me in the zone so much. I was able to do 35 push-ups because of this track in a row. So, let's get straight into this. So, last time we did was back in like January 2023 when we were getting ready to review Quintumania. Now we gotta review 12 projects. This is gonna be weird because, as you know, I do not like Phase 5 as much as some other thingies. So, this could be a bit rough for me. Very rough, but where's my ranking thing? Did I not take a picture of a ranking thing? I'm just looking at a picture because I cannot remember my list from the end to hand. Oh, I think I saw it. Alright. Alright, let's start off with the first installment, which is Quantumania. Yep. This film. I loved it a lot when I first saw it, but the reason why it's probably lower the list than it was in the last time was because of how they pretty much turned it into like a waste of time. That's literally what happened. Because of all the stuff that happened with Jonathan Majors, they nerfed it down to, well, what is now a waste. It's literally what it is, a waste. Because you can watch this and not be excited anymore because it's not gonna happen. Which is a shame. Those post-credit scenes got me so hyped. But of course that dog went to waste, and yeah, that's why I don't like it as I used to do, because it's not important to the lore anymore. But there were some good aspects, like Kang was introduced to Cassie Lang, the new Ant-Woman stature, whatever you call her. MODOK was cool. I don't know. I enjoyed him. He was funny, and yeah, pretty much. I guess the Quantum was pretty cool to look at, and yeah, that's all I pretty much have to say. So, where are we putting this? This is going in 8th place in my ranking of all of Phase 5. 8th place. And as for everything, it'll go between Age of Ultron and Thor Love and Thunder. That seems fair. That seems to make sense. Because this was supposed to be like an Age of Ultron type movie, but and then I'm not. So, it's below Age of Ultron. Makes sense. Now, this is getting good. Things get... My God, excuse me. This is where things get very controversial. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which is supposedly everyone's favorite film of Phase 5, but I'm gonna do this not because I want to be unique, but because it's my actual opinion. It's not my favorite film of Phase 5. It's not. Why? Well, it's the same problem as Quantumania. It's not important to the lore. Now you might be wondering, oh, but that makes sense. It's not for that. I know, but like, I still felt like James Gunn could have included in like one little multiverse Easter egg somewhere. I mean, he did it. He was so good at bringing everything together in the Infinity War and such, like literally. But yet here they don't do that, and I kind of wish he at least did like one little thingy. And so, I mean, sure, we have the idea that Star-Lord's gonna return in Doomsday, but I don't know. I feel like they could have done more with that. But overall, this film is generally good. Like the emotions, the high evolutionary, the songs that play, they're all actually really good. So don't think I actually hate that movie at all. I don't. I see why everyone loved it so much. But that's just one thing that makes me not... Oh, that's another way I don't like it that much because of the gore. I don't know. I'd never liked that face-off thing. It just felt too much, in my opinion, especially for a PG-13 movie. I feel like they could have done it way less graphic than it was there, in my opinion. But all aside, let's just rank this movie. Where we're putting it? This is going in 5th place. I know that may seem a bit too low, but that's where I want it to be. And it's in 5th place. That's how I enjoyed it. But as for the where it actually goes in the entire thing, it will go right in between Far From Home and Wakanda Forever. So it's a tad bit better than Wakanda Forever. There you go. But moving on from that, now we got, oh god, Secret Invasion. Oh yay! This I don't know what to say. I mean, first of all, it released during my last day of sophomore year, and I was not exactly a fan of my sophomore year of high school. Oh god, I was feeling so off there. Oh god, I don't want to explain why, but this released, and I'm starting to think this released to screw with me. I mean, I'm not saying I hated it. I enjoyed some aspects about it, but yeah, there was a lot of things I mean, okay, here's one thing. It once again didn't do anything lore related. I mean, I don't know. I was just hoping this, like, sure, it does lead up to Brave New World, but no, like, barely. Like, I was hoping for the president to just gonna sound so wrong, but I was hoping for the president in this show to actually die to set up Ross as president, but all you get is that, oh, he only gets one term and then he's kicked out. That's it. I don't know, I feel like they could have done more than that. Actually killed a man off. Sure, there were some bold risks that I actually did enjoy that they do, like killing off Maria Hill, and even though now every time I watch How I Met Your Mother, I can't look at Rachel, or whatever her name was, the same, because I saw her die. Oh god. But Taylor's dying as well, that was also some big stakes, but Rhodey? Oh, Rhodey. That's the really hard part because, well, I don't know. I don't know why, but I don't know how I feel about him being in school. I mean, it was a cool plot twist. Oh, here's another thing I wish. I wish some other characters were there. I know, that seems a bit, oh, you're asking too much, but come on. There could have been other characters in this show, honestly, because I was told of cameos, and we didn't get any. You know what's the one cameo that was promised all over TikTok, but then they all screwed with me? Freaking Daisy Johnson, who was a character in I like the Agent of Steel because of she had earthquake powers. Yeah, that's definitely why I liked her. But everyone kept telling me she was gonna be in this show, but of course I was all wrong, and yeah, all so wrong. You know what? Phil Coulson could have appeared here, or many other characters. Of course, they didn't want to do that because reasons. Yes. Yeah, overall, I don't know. Ooh, an interesting video just came out in my notifications. A Secret of the Meme review. I'm going to be watching that at some point. But we're moving on. We're talking about MCU. So, how we're going to rank this? This is, right below Quantumania. It's in 9th place. It's not bad. There were some demons there. Like, the Episode 4 battle was epic. I actually really liked that. But as for the whole thing, it's actually very low. It's going to go in between Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 1, which is actually very below the list. So, yeah, okay. But moving on, we're going to talk about, Loki Season 2. The only show so far to get a second season. And honestly, yeah, this was good. Yes, I mean, it still has the same problem as Quantumania now that it's not exactly as important to the lore anymore. But which is sad because this show, like Quantumania, got me so hyped for Kang Dynasty. Like, there was just some hype level happening in all these episodes where I'm just getting so excited to see what's gonna happen. But of course, that never happened. One thing I really want to talk about was the visuals. I don't know why, but episode 3 specifically had super beautiful visuals. Especially when they were on the nighttime boat. I don't know, that looked fucking gorgeous. It looked just so good, just looked gorgeous. I don't know why. It did. But of course, we gotta talk about the ending with Loki becoming the god story. That was cool. That was really cool. And the ending theme song that played in the credits, that was so epic. Very epic. And still a shame that it. Okay, look. Look. Did I like the season? I liked it better than season 1. Way better. In fact, what other evidence we talk about? Well, I don't know. Actually, I think that's all I really have to say. I mean, despite me wanting there to be a post-credit scene where Thor finds Loki, that's it. I really have nothing else to say. So, in the ranking, this is gonna go in 7th place. Seems a bit low, but It's actually not, because in the actual MCU like entire thing ranking, it is gonna go in between Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and Wakanda Forever. You see, everything all works out like that. It's very high on the list. Don't know where, but it's very high on the list. Now let's talk about the film I really enjoyed and did everything I wanted for Phase 5. The Marvels. Now, I know all of you are gonna shit on me for liking this film, but I don't give a frick. I love this movie because, well, it had the return of Miss Marvel, who was a character I enjoyed a lot in Phase 4. But the main thing that I really enjoyed about it, well, it was funny. In fact, I'm gonna talk about how 2023 did this thing that I really enjoyed in 2017. I think I told you about it, but I always considered 2017 to be like the trio comedy, where you had like 3 comedy films all in the same year. And what are those films? Those films are Guardians Volume 2, Spider-Man Homecoming, and Thor Ragnarok. All MCU films, but also comedy films. And they kind of did the exact same thing here with Quantumania, Guardians 3, and The Marvels, where they're all are also comedy films, but also being MCU films. And The Marvels was that, but also the big thing that I liked about it was how it actually connected and got me hyped for the multiverse. There were like multiverse elements in it, which is sad that other films like Guardians 3 couldn't do that, or Secret Invasion. And the best part was the ending where Kate Bishop finally returns after so long, because we don't know, she's my favorite woman Avenger because I like bow and arrows. Yeah, definitely. That's right. And this is going to set up the Young Avengers, which is shameful because they could have progressed forward with that with a Hawkeye Season 2 later on in 2024, but of course they didn't do that because Marvel's cheap as hell and don't care about us. No, okay, I'm even going too far. Or not, I don't know. I just wish they actually... I'm sorry, I'm still really pissed that they didn't make a Hawkeye Season 2. I'm just still really pissed. But, anyways, the post-credit also was cool when you have Rambo ending up in the Earth where you see Mr. Beast's return, and he pretty much does that and it makes you get excited for what's coming up or something. Yeah, pretty much. It actually felt like the story was progressing for once, and that's why I liked it so much. Overall, very great film. This is gonna go in 3rd place. Yep, 3rd place of the ranking. And as for the entire MCU, it's going in between Infinity War and Hawkeye. That just shows how much I love this film. Okay, I don't care what you all have to say. Now we're fine. Moving on to 2024, starting with Echo. Yeah, Echo, which is a Hawkeye spin-off. Now, did I enjoy it? I don't know. Well, there's a lot of things I don't like about it, which is another thing I actually have a comment with Quantumania. It's the logos. For some reason love butchering their logos so they look mid as hell. Echo and Quantumania are specifically ones that did that. And Thunderbolts as well. And Captain America. Brave New World. They all butcher their logos so they look mid as heck for some reason. I have no idea why they want to do that. It makes no sense, but yeah, that's another reason. Another one is that, well, there was no Kate Bishop in the film show, but I know it was supposed to focus on Kate Bishop, but I don't know, maybe my greedy ass just wanted Kate Bishop in there as well, maybe because she hasn't been in that many projects. In fact, Hawkeye and the Marvels are the only installment she's in, which is so sad because I wanted to see more of her, and we ain't ever gonna do that again. Okay, let's stop complaining. Well, first, Heck of has 5 episodes instead of 6, which means it's very short. Even though it's a Marvel's, even though it's what they call a Marvel Spotlight thing, which I don't think they ever did again in their lives. So I don't know why that's a thing. And what else? In the yeah, I don't know. The only real important thing is that it sets up Kingpin being mayor, and that's it, honestly. I know that seems a bit too harsh, but that's just how I feel. All right, where are we gonna put Echo at? Oh wait, that's last place. Yeah. Hey, this is my least favorite of Phase 5, so it's in last place. But as for the entire MCU, it's gonna go in between Thor 2 and Thor 1. Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, it's very below in the list, but not so below like it's last place. Now we went from my least favorite to Phase 5 to probably my favorite of Phase 5. Well, at least that was until another film came out, but for most of the time, this was my favorite. And this is Deadpool and the Wolverine. Yay! Why do I love it? Well, there's so many reasons. The songs that played, Deadpool and his personality is my favorite. In fact, I relate to him the most. And Shadow. I relate to both of those guys. Actually, kind of coincidental. I got introduced to some of my new favorite characters in general. Deadpool, Wolverine, Shadow. Oh, appeared in 2024. Yeah, Wolverine, X-23. Yes, X-23. Another of my favorites that appeared in this film. The Gambit, the Blade, the Elektra. Yeah, the Elektra. Oh yeah, the Johnny Storm, Chris Evans thing. That was so cool. The freaking the two songs, the Bye 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 and the freaking Like a Prayer songs. Those were so good. And the freaking battles. It's all good. It's so cool. In fact, I'm gonna just tell you this. There's gonna be some scenes from Deadpool Wolverine that are. Well, there's gonna be some scenes in the new Gmod series that I'm making that is based off of Deadpool Wolverine. There is. You probably already saw some of them in the. No. The teaser's not out yet. Never mind. Forget about that. But yes, and sure, it's rated R, and I've told you that I'm not exactly a big fan of rated R films, but this thing took the rated R and actually did exactly how I wanted it to be. It wasn't gory to the point where I puked. I mean, there was one thing, but like it's barely there, and other than that, it felt right. It felt natural. It felt weird because I don't know why. It just felt right. It felt good, and that's why I liked it so much. So I'm gonna put Deadpool Wolverine at its second place in this Phase 5 thing, but as for the entire thing, it goes in between Endgame and Infinity War. Yeah, that just shows how much I love it so much. It's in between those films. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end. Actually, no, we're not. We still need to talk about one more installment in 2024, and that is Agatha All Along. This was something, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it was a nice Halloween thing to watch throughout Halloween thingy. Pretty much had Agatha. It was pretty much Agatha escaping her witch thing. It was kind of a nice episode where you have to go through like. It had a nice like rhythm where you go to trials and such. It was like a nice little minigame paradise or something. Oh wait, what? I did not mean to just quote that. The Wiccan was cool. Wiccan, I love Wicked. Wiccan. I don't know how you pronounce it. Wiccan, Wicked. I don't know how you pronounce the name. Yeah, he was a cool guy. The one thing I don't like about it is how they structured this to think it's not important for the lore. Well, that's obviously bullshit, because if Wicked's in this film and is already being set up to be a big hero in the future, then that must mean that then it was absolutely important for the lore. So he lives, and in fact, it's pretty sure it's gonna set up the story for Vision Quest, where we definitely gonna see these two in the show thing, and they're gonna do their crazy stuff. Yeah. And so yeah, that was the one thing. But overall, it was a nice, simple witch show. I don't know. Though it wasn't exactly one of my favorites, so it's gonna go in like 10th place. Yeah, 10th place it is. But for the MCU in general, it goes in between Doctor Strange and Captain Marvel. There you go. That seems right. Alright, now we're going to 2025. We have 4 projects left. Starting off with Captain America, Brave New World. Yeah. Well, I don't like the logo because it's just a simple white and red logo when, I don't know, it should have been blue, honestly. But yeah, this film was very fun because, first of all, it's a Captain America film. I always have fun with a Captain America film. Specifically Civil War and Winter Soldier, of course. But this one was also as good as them. Maybe better? I don't know. No, I enjoyed it a lot. Why? Well, first of all, it calls back to a film back in the past. That's a very big thing. I really like that a lot. Another thing that I liked about it was, well, it introduces a new Falcon because, well, most of the time we've always seen Captain America with a Falcon. And it's cool how they get Joaquin Torres, a character from Falcon and Winter Soldier, and turn him into a superhero. And unlike most MCU films, this thing actually promises characters we wanted to see in the film. Like, first of all, I'm pretty sure everyone wanted to see Ross in this film because, well, a lot of people thought Red Hulk was going to appear in this film, which he did. And he did become Red Hulk. Probably a lot of people wanted Betty Ross in the film, and she did appear. Everyone really wanted Bucky in this film, and he did appear. And I think the best part was how they actually put another thing from another film and actually made it important, like Eternals. The Celestial thing is finally important and becomes the reason why adamantium now exists in the MCU. Which is another thing why I like this film so much. It actually sets up the future. In fact, the post-credit scene sets up the freaking multiverse, where you have the leader talking about all about the new, like, enemies, like, coming towards the Avengers or something. Like, it was epic. And that's another thing. It finally sets up the Avengers coming back, which I really like very much. And I'm excited to see what the team is. I mean, we already know what some of it is going to be, but I can't wait to see them in action. A highlight I had of this, a highlight, I think it is, well, I guess, of course, would be the Red Hulk boss fight, but I think the real highlight was the freaking ocean battle. I don't know, it just visually looked so beautiful, seeing the freaking island, or the Celestial Island in the background while they were fighting the damn ocean, kind of like Wakanda Forever. That was so epic. And very unique. That's probably why I have it so, I like it so much. That battle was insane. But I'm gonna put it in, like, in the 10th, no, it's in 3rd place. No, 4th place. Yeah, 4th place. It's in 4th place in my favorite ranking. But for all of it, it's going in between Guardians 3 and Far From Home. There you go. Alright, now we have Daredevil Born Again. Now, I liked this season a lot. I did. But, well, the ending kind of ruined some things. I mean, it wasn't all that bad, but I don't know. There were just certain things that I wish were just there. Like, for example, there was no Spider-Man, no Kate Bishop. I know they can't get Spider-Man, but, like, maybe a Kate Bishop cameo would have been nice. I mean, the cameos we got were fine. I really liked it. Like, Jack Duquesne, Yusuf, and such, but I don't know. Maybe we'll see her soon. I don't know. I guess I'm just burnt out and want some Spider-Man and Kate Bishop. But the one other thing I really didn't like was how Kingpin murdered some guy by ripping his head in half. I don't know. I really didn't like that. It just looked too graphic. It was so much, and it felt unrealistic. Though that's probably because Kingpin is a Spider-Man villain, so that's why it felt unnatural to him. And, oh yes, Spider-Man did get a reference, but, like, barely. And yes, Kingpin knows about him, but, like, that doesn't mean he's gonna fight him. Like, that's the whole point of Kingpin. He's staying here until he fights Spider-Man. That's literally what we're here for. Y'all think I'm here for Daredevil versus Kingpin? No, I'm here for Spider-Man versus Kingpin. That's what we're all here for, definitely. Besides, we've already seen Daredevil versus Kingpin. Might as well just get the Spider-Man one. But anyways, we should now rank this. This is in 6th place actually. 6th place, and it'll go between Wakanda Forever and Loki Season 2. Okay, we are near the end now. Let's talk about the best film in Phase 5. The New Avengers. Yes, a film about the New Avengers. Well, before, it was called The Thunderbolts. But then they changed the logo so that it sucks. But they did that because they added in the asterisk trick to let you know that that's not going to be their actual name. And it turned out to be the New Avengers. Yes, a new Avenger film after so long. And I love this film. Why? Well, it was a team-up film. And I love team-up films. And this one took characters who were pretty much underrated or didn't exactly, I don't know, do a lot in the MCU. And thankfully, most of them were Phase 4 characters, as in new characters, and put them into the spotlight now after so long. And they'll go this epic journey where they I don't know. Well, I don't know. It was just something. I think the best part was how it's pretty much a film about mental health and such. And the character who mainly makes sense to that, even though they all have mental health issues, is Sentry, or the mental health Superman type guy, where he's pretty much Superman, but he's mentally ill, so he has like this super dark side that looks like Shadow Bonnie. And he is straight up terrifying. Like, the way he just makes people disappear, but like, they go from like person to just straight up shadow is absolutely terrifying. And also, this also has Winter Soldier in the film, and he's definitely not one of my favorites, and I can't wait to see them all. And that's another big thing. They all become the new Avengers. And now we know there's a team of Avengers out there. It pretty much just, once again, it progresses with the story for once. And hell, the post-credits even progresses even more because it's pretty much a clip from Avengers Doomsday. At least I think it is. Where we see them all in their new suits, all actually a team. And they get some distress call where they see a footage of the Fantastic Four ship. Which means setting up pretty much the next movie. Already. Which is crazy. Another cool thing about it was... What was it? No, I think that's it. I don't know. I just really liked all the characters there. Especially Winter Soldier, Elena, Red Guardian, I don't know. I like them all. They all were they all were great. They all had their great moments. Well, not Taskmaster. She straight up died. Straight up. But, yeah. This is going to go in first place, obviously, in Phase 5. And this will go in straight up second place of the entire MCU. In between No Way Home and Endgame. That's just how much I love this film. But now, you might think that's it. But no, we still have one more to talk about. And that is Ironheart. Yes, Ironheart. How did I enjoy this? Well, it was something. I don't know. There were a lot of good moments, I must say. I mean, I did enjoy this more than Echo because, well, I like the concept of tech versus magic, but yeah, you know, it was kind of nice, though. I don't know. I wasn't exactly interested in the gang. I mean, the hood was cool, I must say, and really did some somewhat terrifying things, I guess. I guess the best part was just Mephisto appearing, and I guess them doing a banding was actually really good, but overall, yeah, I honestly have nothing else to say. I already said all what I wanted to say in the reviews, so yeah, that's why I'm not going as in-depth as I did before. But yeah, I'm just gonna put Ironheart in 11th place, and also I'm gonna put it in between the Captain America vs. Avenger and Thor: The Dark World. Yep, we did it. There we go. That's Phase 5. All done. And yeah, as you can see, I am very mixed on this phase. It has projects that actually progress the story and are fun, and some that do the exact opposite. And just, yeah. But Phase 6, I think we're going to finally get back to the zone and finally do some cool things and have a fun time and such. Yay. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like to give a like, consider subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time in Phase 6 era zone. Bye everybody!